Let me hold it. Hold this one. That's Citizen. Let them know what's happening. Y'all share the live, man. We got a live crime scene here. Per usual, community servants is on deck. We perform trauma on these two victims. And you see the ambulance ain't came. Y'all count the minutes. We got a disgruntled sergeant yelling at black men because he's incompetent. But we have no ambulance. Look at him. Look at him. What he's doing for the families. What he doing for the people. So we need y'all to pray for these families, man. Pray for these victims. And hurry up. Hopefully the ambulance get here. We need an ambulance on deck, man. We still don't have an ambulance. No! Block that off. Come on, let's make a line, y'all. Let's make a line. Hey, ECCFC, let's make a line. Let's make a line right here. This ain't what you want to see, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, please. Yes?
I have to.
Okay.
I have to. We gotta help. Listen, we gotta help them. They helping us.
Y'all pray for these families, man. We got an ambulance. We got a fire department. Still no ambulance. These boys been laying here 20 minutes already. Here we are. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. God bless this family. God bless this family. God bless these victims.
You gotta help us EMT. We got an EMT.
Unfortunately, share the live. I mean, I don't know if it's something we're supposed to share, but I think people need to see how their family being handled in times of trauma. I think that the community need to see that Chicago violence is as American as Major League Baseball. It's going to take us to save us. What are we going to do in a country and a city that this happens all too often, man? On a Monday afternoon, we have problems, man. Pray for these victims, y'all. Pray for these victims. Pray for these young brothers. Pray for these young brothers. I think we have, I'm not even going to claim that, man, but so far, one ain't looking good, and the other one is fighting, so y'all really, really need to pray. No matter what you're doing right now, stop what you're doing and pray. Stop what you're doing and pray. Stop what you're doing and pray. Ask God for grace. Ask God for mercy. Ask God for healing. And for cooler heads to prevail.
Now, hey, Jordan, y'all stand back so they clear the crime scene. Come on.
I think that person checked. Damn. We have one VOA, man. They have confirmed it. And now they're fighting with that baby over there who looked like he might be okay. So we need to get this sergeant's information right here, the one who came on the scene acting crazy. It's a female dead. Damn. God bless you, Queen. Damn, man. Our black girls can't even live in this city, man. Damn. Yeah, our guys got the blood on them. Our guys was doing EMT. We all certified at EMT. We all certified at tourniquet tying and things of that nature. So it's kind of frustrating when our guys is doing their best to keep these people alive. And we got disgruntled sergeants acting crazy. Look at him. He howled something. Watch this guy. Get his information. Get his information. We need his information so that we know who this sergeant is acting crazy. It's a much bigger thing, sir, to worry about than your personal ego. So it's a horrible, horrific. We heard about, 25 shots. It's close to our headquarters. We all ran out here and found the victims in the alley, and we just started trying to save their lives, man, and waiting on ambulance, who in my opinion took entirely too long. But that's my opinion, man. None of that matters now. Only thing that matters is that we have a whole damn female, young black girl dead. And that's hurt. And that's hurt. And that hurts. Look at this dude. Huh? Just hang up on it, and then keep going.
That was twice.
Really? She's probably worried because of the live.
I understand. Just letting you know that's twice.
Yep. Grab Snoop's phone.
Get your car. Get your car.
Time to move, sir.
I'm moving.
You're in a crime scene.
I'm moving.
I'm not going to ask you again. Time to go. Get out of the crime scene.
Get his badge number.
Sergeant here, 2657. Telling the person you were in a crime scene and refusing to leave.
I ain't did nothing. I ain't even talked to him. I think he high. I think he high.
Time to move.
I think he high. I ain't said nothing to him.
We was here before you. Before the fucking shit happened. Who you think was out here? Who you think was fun? Go ask your brother. Go ask your son. Glenn Brooks. Go ask Tato.
You better call for help. You better call for help. You better call for help. Yeah, you better call for help, jerk. You better call for help, jerk. You better call for help. Are you high, Sergeant? Are you high off drugs, Sergeant? Are you high off cocaine? Your eyes are dilated. He needs a drug test. Are you high off cocaine? Your eyes are dilated. Are you high off cocaine, Sergeant? We are demanding that sergeant get a drug test. He needs a drug test. He needs a drug test. Look at his eyes. Look at his eyes. Look at his actions. Look at his actions. Look at his actions. He's high. Stand back. It's obvious he's high off drugs. We're demanding a drug test on this sergeant. We're demanding a drug test on that sergeant. Look at his eyeballs. We need Copa to get that jerk a drug test right now. Look at his eyeballs. He's high. Look at his mouth. We are trained in drug use, sir. You are high off drugs. You are high off drugs.
That's right, the crazy. You guys.
Come on. You are attempting to impugn my...
Shut the hell up talking to me. How about that? How about that? You gonna get you high, and you gonna be held accountable. Don't stop talking to me. My boss out here. Yeah, I'm with my people. I'm with my boss. Leave me alone.
Goofy nobody. Your white shirt came out.
I'm telling you, this is the goofiest motherfucker.
One white dude. Look at him. 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 He's high off cocaine. Look at him. That's cocaine. That's cocaine right there. That's cocaine. That's crack rocks.
Come on.
That's crack rocks and cocaine.
Big bro, we cannot make this situation.
I'm good, baby. I'm just pointing him out.
You see it for yourself.
Our guys doing EMT. Our guys saving life. One racist who don't care about black lives runs up and acts this way. He doesn't care about black life. He obviously doesn't care about black life. He obviously doesn't care about black life. How dare you walk up acting like this when our guys are trying to save lives? Ma'am, with all due respect, I don't want to talk. My boss is out here. I don't want to talk to you, ma'am. I'm going with my boss.
We gonna record. Don't even worry about it. Y'all get this.
It hung up. It hung up. Drugs will fry your brain, sir.
Don't do that. All right. We the ones that they take control. Please step back. Go. Let's go. Thank you. Thank you.
You need some de-escalation, sir. You need some de-escalation, jerk. You need some de-escalation skills, jerk. You need de-escalation skills. You need de-escalation skills. You need de-escalation skills. You need to shut the hell up talking to me. I'm showing it. I'm showing it. I'm showing it. You high off drugs, sir. That's cocaine. Look at his face, everybody. That's cocaine. That's cocaine right there. That's cocaine right there. That's cocaine right there. That's cocaine right there. That's cocaine. That's cocaine right there. That's cocaine right there. That's cocaine. We behind the line. We behind the line and you still here, Sarge. We're behind the line. We're behind the line, Sarge. We're behind the line, Sarge. We're behind the line, Sarge. Don't talk to her. 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 Don't talk to them. Bree, don't talk to them. I ain't doing nothing, Chief. I ain't doing nothing. I got it. I own nothing, Ty. I ain't own nothing but filming, G. I'm telling them don't argue with the lady. She's screaming at them too. See? See? Be brief, be easy, be easy, be easy. Look at Karen. Look at Karen. Look at Karen. Look at Karen. Look at the Karens. Always got them. Our boys got blood on them. Our boys crying trying to save these people's lives, and this is how we get treated. Please share the live, if nothing else, so they can see that Chicago don't care about black men and women. Y'all got to share the live so that you can see Chicago don't care about black men and women. Instead of him trying to save a life, he was more concerned about black men trying to save other black men. Y'all need to share the live, man. Y'all need to share the live. Y'all need to share the live so that you can see how this department treats those who work harder than them. We was on the scene 20 minutes doing EMT services before they arrived. 20 minutes. And then he arrives with the audacity to treat the same people trying to save a life that way. Please share the live, and please call your local alderman, call your local state rep and senator, and describe to them what you've seen.
Here we are on the scene always before the police, and then once we secure the area, then they come in demanding shit. They should be asking us what happened. That ain't even the first question. They don't ask what happened.
Yeah.
They don't ask, did y'all see something? They don't ask nothing. They still don't know what's going on. We see every fucking thing.
They don't care.
And they still ain't got no information, no reports. Nothing.
They don't care.
No report.
Look at him. Look at this guy. That's cocaine, though. That's drug use. That's drug use right there. That's drug use. Hello? Yeah, I'm good, baby. I'm sorry. I was filming. I couldn't. Yeah. I'm okay, baby. I love you, okay? I'm still on this crime scene. As soon as it's gone, I'll call you back, but I am safe, okay? I'm not upset. I am upset at how they've been treating us, but I'm okay. I love you. I promise. So if you're just tuning in, what you're seeing, our headquarters is nearby here. We were in our meeting at 610 West Root Street, which is right up there. And we heard about 20 gunshots, and we do what we do. We respond. We're servants. We ran outside. All these white people was in the park on the floor ducking and crying and screaming. We came around the corner, seen this vehicle hurt, kept going, went into the alley and found two bodies. And we found two bodies, and they hurt. So it looked like there's a lot of bullets, casings. As you can see, shell casings everywhere. I'll show you. Look, see, all those is bullets. Look, bullets. And we showed up and we were doing EMT services. I'm gonna need you to shut up talking to me, sir. With all due respect, we were here and we were doing EMT training and trying to save these babies' lives, waiting on the ambulance to come so that we could transfer them over to the EMT or the fire department. At which time we were verbally assaulted and physically assaulted by this sergeant, who is obviously high off controlled substances. There we got Root Street. 600 block, 610 West Root Street, right across from Taylor, whatever that is, Park, Lawrenson Park. So this is what we're dealing with currently, man. This is Greg. It's who? Oh, hey, Cat, we okay. And I'll hit you back in a second, okay? But I know you calling me to make sure we okay. Somebody had got shot by our headquarters. I just got off the phone with Lula. But Snoop standing right next to me, he good, everybody good. Everybody good. Nothing happened with us. We just, helping these people, trying to save a life, man. All right, bye-bye. Snoop, that was your missus. She was just checking to see if you were okay. What you all will see when you rewind the tape Well, y'all heard him say it's gonna be a GoFundMe up for the sister and her family. Black sister say she been a nurse, man, 25 years. She on the south side, trying to take care of her family, man. She said, baby, a straight A student. I don't know what else more you want from us as a people. This sister work every day. Obviously, her baby 18, still in school, straight A students. So it's like she wasn't the target, as you heard her mother say. She wasn't the target. You little dudes gotta stop with all these switches and drums, and you don't need no aim. That's cowardly, man. It's cowardly. I'm just telling y'all. When we grew up, that got your head put up against the wall, man. You can't be hurting innocents, man. You will not continue to hurt our women and children in this city. I'm telling you, it's war all over the city. But we also got war on anybody running around hitting innocents, man. You a man, you need to get your target, G. You a man, you got beef, you need to get who you looking for, man. Get who did something to you, man. These babies deserve to live. For real, for real. We out here this summer too. It ain't gonna be sweet this summer. Not at all. Not at all, man. Y'all pray for the family shut alive, man. Everybody need to really see what's going on, man. Just really need to look at this. Wow. I mean, is this real? Look at this. I just walked up on this. I never saw nothing like this before. I mean, look at it. I mean, what the? I've never seen that before. Yep. Yep. That's what we need to work on and worry about as a community. Advancing our blackness, advancing our black excellence, advancing our generational wealth to believe that life matters over death. Once you check out, it's a wrap, man. And once you get caught for shooting somebody, it's a wrap, man. Double death. How about that? You cooked both ways, man. So, y'all got some little kids out there playing in these streets. Y'all got some little daughters out there that's riding around with the wrong little knuckleheads. I got some little nieces that think they fast and slick. So let them see this video, man. Let them see this video. And mamas, y'all out here allowing it, man. Y'all know y'all baby on the way to the penitentiary or the graveyard. Where's the intervention? Where is the intentionality of making sure that they live, that they come home, man? We got to do better as a whole community to get back in front of the community and say, our baby's gonna live this summer. How about that? Y'all do all them dumbass TikTok challenges and Facebook challenges. How about that? Put that challenge. We're gonna live this summer. How about that? No Op Chicago, life over death. Do some of them challenges. How about that? I challenge y'all to demand that don't nobody get shot on your block this summer. Where all you tough guys at? Where all you ex-cons who just came home, was in the joint gang banging and been out here gang banging and hurting your people, and now you home and ain't doing shit but sitting on the couch? Where y'all at? Get out in the streets and fight for the neighborhoods to live. How about that? Get out in the streets so no mamas have to go through what this mama just went through. How about that? Let's do that challenge. Let that go viral on TikTok. Life over death. We gotta do our job, so I'm waiting on the team to come out, but at the same time giving our guys opportunity. We do hospital response, victims advocate, where we hold the city accountable. There's a nest of money that the city put aside for victims like this woman right here, victims of violence, victims of people who can't bury their babies. We offer everybody. 90% of our staff is trained mental health first aid responders. We are executive, emotional, and executive functioning trained. So we offer a lot of resources to the family. Not just violence prevention to the streets, but we try to show up with a whole barrage of resources for the families that go through this garbage. Tired though, to be honest with you. Kind of heartbreaking. It gets old, but each one is new, you know what I'm saying? It's like the bad day on a gunshot wound. No pun intended. It'll be a happy Easter for this family, will it, man? So when we put this GoFundMe up, man, y'all make sure.
Hey everybody, this is Candace Yvette with Black Women Aware. First, I'd like to say thank you to everybody who comes by and supports my page. It really does mean a lot to me. If you all can please press the like or dislike button and subscribe, comment, or even email me if you have any suggestions, questions, or concerns. My email is always going to be in the description box. Again, thank you for visiting my channel. Hey guys, it's Candace Yvette with Black Women Aware. So I had to jump in real quick and give this message. First, I'd like to say thank you. Thank you for visiting my page. Thank you for showing support and being concerned about the injustices that Black women and children face every day in the United States. I really do appreciate your support. You don't know how much that means to me, especially because I myself am a Black woman. I'd also like to put this quick disclaimer out there. Do not come to my page victim shaming or blaming. You will be immediately blocked for that. I do not tolerate it. There is no need for it. And I'm pretty sure you knew what you were saying in the comment before you posted it. So be respectful. Many of the victims, their families come back and they visit this page. I am their advocate. This is their safe space. No disrespect will be tolerated. You all have a good day. I'm going to let you go back into the commentary. Every 5.5 hours in the United States of America, a Black woman or child is murdered. Stop killing Black women. Stop killing Black children. Hey, how's everybody doing? This is Candace Yvette back with another video. This one coming to us out of Chicago, Illinois. The video you all just watched is Tyrone Muhammad. Both of them belong to Tyrone Muhammad, and it is him talking in those videos. Tyrone Muhammad has a nonprofit organization in the city of Chicago where he rehabilitates ex-cons or parolees, in other words. He tries to focus on rehabilitating them in a holistic manner. And basically what his page says is it says they are a nonprofit organization. Let me give you guys the name of the business. It's called Ex-Cons for Community and Social Change. Abbreviated, it goes by ECCSC. And basically, his about page says he is a nonprofit organization dedicated to restoring rehabilitated ex-offenders and parolees to useful citizenship through the process of community service, engagement, and mentorship. So that's what he does. I can't really say I have an issue with that because that's one of the things that I push for on Black Women Aware. I push for I'm not only bringing awareness and wanting Black women to stay safe and protect themselves and be aware of the dangers that you have being in close proximity to toxic Black men, but I can't say that I'm not for a certain group of Black men who are trying to help to holistically change somebody and get them from being toxic to non-toxic. Okay, so that's something that I support. If you guys don't know what that word holistic means, holistic is just a fancy way of saying that you're not just going to focus on one area that needs change in a person's life. You're going to focus on everything: mental, emotional, spiritual, in any way, shape, or form that this person needs to be rehabilitated or helped. You're going to help them. That's all that word means. So that first video you watched was Tyrone and his team. They were on the scene of like a drive-by had just happened, and this all went down on May 11th, this past Monday. So apparently what happened was the young lady, Myesha Jackson, 18, was traveling with another party in a vehicle with her. Another car pursued them and opened fire on them. One of the bullets struck Myesha and she crashed, and that's where Tyrone and his team comes in. Where the crash happened, it was by like a large park, and it was like a lot of grown-ups and adults there, and it's shooting, so people are running, hiding for cover, obviously, right, trying to save their own behinds. So Tyrone and his team show up. They clear the scene. Some of the men are administering CPR and first aid to what they first believe are two young men. They believe the shooting victims are two young men. It isn't until later on, as you heard in the video, that Tyrone realizes one of the victims is actually a young lady by the name of Myesha Jackson. Myesha Jackson was not the target of this shooting. She was the right person at the wrong place at the wrong time. She was also an honor roll student. I don't have to talk to Myesha's family to know and understand that this young lady had high aspirations for her life. She was going somewhere. My theory, though, on that other party, because the other party was a young man, I don't know if that was just her friend, if that was her relative. I don't know who that other young man was to Myesha. What I do suspect, and this is just a thought of mine, a guess, I don't know to be sure, right? So I do suspect that that young man probably had beef with some other young man in the Chi, and the other young men or man seen him and, probably was like, hey, there he go. He's not hiding on the low anymore. We better get him while we got eyes on him. Or we told him, like a lot of young black people do when they're about to get ready to fight. They say, oh, it's on sight. It's on sight. On sight means basically the first moment they see you, first moment you come out of hiding or they see you, they gonna, attack you. They're gonna fight you, basically. So in most cases, they'll fight you. In some cases, they're talking about, shooting you and things like this. So I'm thinking, like I said, again, this is my theory. I'm thinking that the other man seen them, followed them, and was like, I'm not letting them get away this time. I'm gonna take him out this time. And that's what happened. And sadly enough, Myesha got hit as well, and it was tragic, and it was fatal. So Myesha's family does have a GoFundMe set up in her honor, and I am going to put that GoFundMe in the description box below. I believe the least you can donate on GoFundMe is $5. So if you guys have it, please donate to her family, okay? And send prayers to her mother, please, because I seen part of the video, and her mother and her, even the rest of her family, it looks like they're trying to act normal and like hold on, but you can tell that they really, like, it hasn't all come out yet. Some people, when they grieve, I don't know if y'all ever heard somebody say, hey, it ain't hit them yet. It hasn't fully registered that their loved one is gone. And I feel like that's the stage that they're in. In one of the news articles, Myesha's mother said that this is unimaginable. That further proves that she has not fully registered what is going on around her. And I'm praying for her and her mental and emotional health for the future, because one of these days is going to hit. Usually hits when that person sees the person in their casket and they're being buried and all. And I just pray for her mental and emotional health. And I pray that God gives her the peace that passes all understanding during this difficult time. Okay. Also, you know, the video that I showed another like photos of a video, and I shared the audio. I did not share that video in its entirety because, one, I want to stay within the community guidelines of YouTube, but two, most importantly, is because I wanted to have respect for Myesha's family. As I have said, like a broken record many times on Black Women Aware, even though my channel is small, a lot of times the families will come back to this channel and view these videos. I do not want to disrespect the Jackson family or Myesha's family by putting up something and them seeing their daughter, their cousin, their niece in her last moments, how she was lying out there. You know, I don't want that. And then, you know, as well, it's certain people out there that are into gore, and you know, and you're not finna come to my channel and get your jollies off. You know, my channel is about advocacy for Black women and Black children. And if you ain't coming over here to do that, I'm not gonna miss you for real, you know. So yeah, Tyrone is an advocate of the family as well. I can say he's an advocate because even after they stood there, they administered CPR and first aid, they cleared the scene, they blocked off the scene and made sure nobody got through until ambulance, first responders, and the police arrived. Even after that, they went to Myesha's mother's house and showed their support. She wanted them there. She was about to get interviewed by the news media, and she asked them to be there with her. Okay, so much support to them for doing that. I just want to read a statement because that live is still going around on social media, and a lot of people are just viewing it to be nosy. And I personally know that they're just viewing it to be nosy, and they're not really doing this in support of Myesha. This is why also I did not donate and I did not support that Toby dude. The videos that I did the last guy, the guy that I did the videos on last. Sorry, y'all. I get word tied because my brain thinks faster than my mouth can speak. So if you ever wonder why I'm always stuttering and getting word tied, that is why. My brain thinks faster than my mind can speak. But anyways, the Toby dude, that is why I did not support him. Not only because of what he said disrespectfully about Black women, but because Myesha Jackson just got, you know, she was murdered. And if you look at her GoFundMe, she doesn't have not even $100 donated to her yet. You know, and this is an innocent young lady, honor roll student, ain't never been in no crap. The only thing she was probably guilty of was probably being around the wrong person at the wrong time. That's the only thing she was probably guilty of. But even in that, that is no reason for her to not still be on this earth with her family. You see what I'm saying? So one of the advocates, and he's on the team with Tyrone Muhammad, his name is Jordan Foley. This is what he wrote about it, and I fully agree with what he wrote. I'm going to read it in its entirety to you guys. So he says, "I'm so sorry this happened to you, Myesha. I tried so hard because I knew you were too. You fought so bravely, my baby. God was very proud of you. Ultimately, I'm sorry you passed away in me and my brother's hands on our watch." They were on their hands and knees, guys, covered in her blood, giving her CPR, encouraging her to breathe in that video. Myself as a mother, you know, just looking at Myesha, I couldn't even really watch it. I for damn sure will not be sharing that video out of respect for Myesha's family. Let me continue on. For the record, I hate this MF video. It disgusts me to watch my stomach and turn it inside out. Unfortunately, it's all over the internet already. It went viral. What I'm not about to do is let this baby be spread across the world because y'all want to see some sick shit. Agreed. This baby deserves the best funeral arrangements. Go donate to her GoFundMe. She was a straight A student about to graduate high school, and she died in my hands. So if anyone is going to make sure this video gets used for real justice, it is me, and I fully agree with him. I wanted to save that baby's life so MF badly. So since y'all tune into supporting this no innocent policy, tune in to supporting her GoFundMe. We gonna enforce it as a people so that Myesha name saves lives and don't lead to more getting taken. And the second part to that is to create an emergency service that responds to our people, that is our people, so our people are treated with the utmost care and respect, because the way I seen them people handling my people was disgusting. Okay, so what he's referring to is as he and their community service team were on the scene of that homicide and all, like you had some of their community service team keeping the spectators and people back, because y'all know how people are. People pull out their damn phones. They want to record. They want to be nosy. They're not trying to help. They're not trying to do anything but being nosy, right? No, they're not trying to get their hands and feet dirty. They're not trying to be selfless. They're not trying to have humility and actually be human and have a heart and assist in helping. They're trying to be there to be nosy, to get their videos to go viral from recording some, that's what he's talking about. But anyways, they were holding those people back. The other men on their team were administering CPR and first aid. And when this cop showed up, and I put the cop's full picture in this video. If you watch those two videos before you heard my commentary, you saw this cop's picture. When he shows up, he's erratic. He's storming through the crime scene. He's barking at these community servicemen, because mind y'all, nobody is near the crime scene but these community servicemen, and they're not there to tamper with the evidence of the crime scene. Some of them, like I keep saying, are administering first aid and CPR. Others of them are keeping spectators away from the scene. But this guy storms through. He's yelling at people, this is a crime scene. This is a crime scene. Move it along. Get lost and all. And I'm the sergeant, and he's just really going through it. So Tyrone, when you hear him screaming and yelling and telling this guy, hey, and they're telling them basically like, hey, we were here first. We were here before you were. And all, and they're trying to get this man to understand this, and he's not listening. He's steady yelling at them and just storming through. He hasn't called for any backup. They don't know where the ambulance is. They've been out there giving y'all. This is why I say I feel Tyrone's pain. I'm a whole motherfucking nurse. I'm sorry to the family of Myesha Jackson. I've been working on my cursing, but I need to stop cursing. But when I get passionate on this channel, you will hear me curse. Have y'all ever given CPR? Has anybody on my channel watching this video ever got down there and given CPR? And y'all know, if you've ever been in a class, they have the dummies that you give CPR on, and you have to stay down there for at least 3 to 5 minutes, and you have to do 30 compressions and 2 breaths. Now let me tell y'all something. I used to be afloat in a hospital, and in my 16 years of being in the medical field, I've only did CPR one time. Anybody who has a medical experience knows firsthand that CPR is a last resort. Not only is it a last resort, but it hardly ever works. I hate to say it, but it's true. It works sometimes, but it hardly ever works. The first and last time that I gave CPR, the guy was having a heart attack, or he went into cardiac arrest. Now, for those of y'all who don't know, cardiac arrest and a heart attack are two different things. Cardiac arrest is when your heart is just beating irregularly. It's not beating how it should. Heart attack is when like part of your heart is actually blocked off and it dies. It's myocardial infarct. Anyways, this guy was, he had a heart condition. I'm not sure if it was cardiac arrest or heart attack, but obviously I'm in the hospital. I don't have to worry about getting the ambulance there. Because when you're not in a hospital or a medical facility type of environment, it is harder to do CPR because you don't have the equipment or the specialized team that you need to get there in the critical minutes that it takes to save somebody's life, right? So I'm in the hospital. We hit the cold blue and we have our team running in and they're rotating us nurses out. Okay. And we did CPR on this guy for 45 motherfucking minutes. All right. We did CPR for 45 minutes straight. Now, after 10 minutes, because at first it was just myself, it was a woman of no color in there as well. She was a nurse as well. But this woman of no color is a lot smaller than me, very small. I would say if I could compare her size to anybody, I would say Jada Pinkett. She's about Jada Pinkett's physique. So she's not as strong as me. And when you give CPR, you have to really push down. Even if you have to break their sternum, you cannot worry about that. The main goal in CPR is keeping that heart pumping. Because if you can keep that heart pumping and the 2 breaths coming, you're keeping that oxygen going to the brain. That is the main purpose of CPR, right? At the end of it, and this guy, I'm going to tell y'all something. Respiratory team came in. When respiratory team came in, they have this special pump. And all they do is cover your nose and mouth and they push in 2 breaths. Okay. Now the respiratory team, this is all they do. They're not helping with compressions or anything, right? Doctor got the monitor on him and he's watching the rhythm of his heart. He got an EKG machine, not an EKG, but it's a defibrillator. It ain't even called that. I don't know. I'm mixed up right now. But he's got the machine on him and we're watching his pulse and we're watching the rhythm of his heart on this machine. And we're doing the hard work as nurses, doing the compressions and all, right? And all respiratory team is doing is giving these 2 breaths. So they're even tired and all they doing is squeezing their hands 2 times every 30 seconds, right? So they're looking at this doctor, and this is a young doctor. Whenever you have a young doctor in the medical field, older medical staff, it ain't just the nurses, older, more experienced medical staff will sometimes try to bully younger doctors because they know that this younger doctor don't know as much as they know, right? So they're talking to this doctor and they're like, hell, pull it. Call his damn family and pronounce him dead. We tired. We don't want to keep giving this 2 breaths. Now, y'all, this is a true story. I don't know what came over me, but as the respiratory team, they're bullying this doctor. They talking to this doctor like he ain't sugar honey iced tea, telling him to call it. Basically pronounce the man dead. Legally, can't nobody do that but a doctor, right? So doctor wouldn't call it. The man's pulse on the machine was showing at like 33. That's very, very low. That's very critical. Your heart should be beating anywhere from 60 to 100 beats per minute, right? So as many dead people or people that I've seen pass away in 16 years, I've watched people pass away. I've watched children pass away. This man, something came over me and I began to pray as I did my compressions. When it was my turn to go up, my arms, my whole upper body was sore, y'all. But I don't know what came over me, but something came over me and I began to pray as I'm doing my compressions. And we got this man on this bed and he's flopping around like a motherfucking fish because that's how hard we have to do the compressions. Soon after a little while of them going back and forth and transferring me and this other small nurse out. I'm going to just call the small woman of no color. I'm just going to call her Jada since y'all don't know her name. And legally, I'm not going to give her name, right? Jada, they transfer me and Jada out from each other. So eventually they call this other nurse. I'm just going to call him Ron. Big football player, built as man of no color. He's a nurse too. He was one of the coolest nurses that I've worked with at that certain hospital. So the man, I'm just going to call him Ron. Ron comes in with all these muscles. You can tell Ron don't miss a day at the gym. He got his protein shakes and all. He get all that shit in. Ron come up in there and Ron just flopping this man, and the man head and everything, you can see everything on him flopping because that's how hard Ron is doing his compressions. Ron has so much energy that the few turns that me and Jada was supposed to step in and do our compressions and give Ron a break, Ron is because this is how some non-black men are. They're very masculine to the point where they will take up for you, right? So when it's our turn, when it's me and Jada's turn to step in, do our compressions, Ron turns to us. He's like, no, y'all good. I got this. Okay. When Ron can't take it no more and Ron is rubbing his upper body, me and Jada has to run in and relieve him. Okay. And eventually what happened is that man went to the ICU in critical condition, but we did save his life. Okay. I went home that day because I watched a miracle happen. They let me home early. I was working nights at that time at the hospital. And it was about 4 or 5 in the morning. And I could not focus because every motherfucking person up to that point that I had done CPR on, I won't even forget the year it happened. It happened 2017. Spring of 2017. But every person up to that point that I had did CPR on passed away. I was walking them to the freezers in the basement, to the morgue. Okay? That was such a miraculous thing. It renewed my faith in God and humanity. But I was so weak in the knees. I couldn't, y'all know how that TikTok go around, stand up. I couldn't stand up, y'all. I was that thankful and that man survived. Didn't know him from a hole in the wall. All I wanted was to see him live and make it. I was tired of doing CPR on people and seeing them pass on. I was tired of that, and I was determined that somebody was going to make it. Because, goddamn it, I don't renew my CPR every 2 years for no goddamn reason. Okay? I was so happy he survived that I couldn't focus on the rest of my work. Supervisor came down to speak to me and said, Candace, just take the rest of the shift off. Go on home because you ain't no good to us here because your ass can't focus. That's how happy I was. And I hate to go on that whole spiel, but I need for y'all to understand, for these men to get on a ground in an alleyway, and they up in the shy, so I'm thinking that the temperature is probably 40 or 50s on Monday. So it ain't too damn hot, and they're in this alleyway, these people that they don't know, doing CPR, and to have a sergeant, not just a regular cop, but a sergeant, somebody who is supposed to lead the example for the rest of the police force, storm through there and disrespect everybody. I fully understand why they upset. Okay? Because they were dogged out. They were treating them like sugar, honey, iced tea. I seen the video. Usually in homicides and things like that, detectives are pretty much calm, cool, and collected. I don't know about every situation, but the situations that I have been in, because yes, unfortunately, I've been actively present on some of those scenes as well. I'm not going to go into that. But what I will say is the detectives who came out and questioned me and others who were at the scene was they try to collect names and as much evidence as possible. And they're not rude and just being an asshole like that guy was. I don't know how else to put it. Right? So that's what he is talking about. And I think it did some good on both parts. I think that even though this is a tragedy and that young lady should be here, and if God had blessed her to see a few more, to survive that situation, she should have been walking in her graduation and getting ready to go off to college. She should be here. But I think the good thing that came out of it is black men seeing, even though I believe they've been knowing for a very long time how other people treat us, but they seen this situation get treated so badly. So look at what he's saying. He's saying, this is what he said. Let me go back to what he said. He said, in the second part to that is to create an emergency service. So that experience got him to thinking, it got him motivated and inspired to create an emergency service that responds to our people, that is our people. So our people are treated with the utmost care and respect, because the way I seen them people handling my people was disgusting. Okay, so I'm glad that happened, because he's inspired to, you know, have more of an active role, not only in crimes that happen on the streets, but in the medical field. And we know black women get highly ignored in the medical field. Let me go ahead and keep on reading. I have met with the family, mother, father, brothers, cousins, grandfather, and they are in need of your prayers and support. If you can look at this, if you can like it, if you can share it, if you can comment. I think he meant if you can like the video, not look like it. But if you can comment, I better find you in the donation log, because if not, you're blocked. Don't let this baby receive nothing but the best, or I promise you're going to see me. This for you, Myesha. Rest in paradise, my baby. You were so brave. Okay? And that's what he has to say about it. And I fully agree. We have too many people who want to talk about stuff and they don't want to actively take a role into like really getting justice. We can't just talk about it anymore. We have to do something. We have to do something about it. Okay, so I agree with that. I'm going to put Myesha's GoFundMe in the description box. I might even add it to the comment section as well. You guys, please donate something. Okay, donate something if you can. If you can't, you know, obviously I have no choice but to understand, because we all do have bills, but at least like it, share it, get the word out there about what happened to this young lady. And don't just do it for Myesha, do it for all these young black women, not just the young black women, but black women rather, and children who are being murdered senselessly. Okay. All around the nation. All right. Also, I wanted to add this in real quick. I am going to be, like, I linked up with Black Femicide US, and I am going to be getting their flyer. There's a march, a women's march coming up in Washington, D.C. And once they get back to me and give me that flyer, they have given me their GoFundMe information. Once they get back to me and give me that flyer, I will be sharing that flyer. I will be in attendance. Kids are also allowed to come. I'm so proud of my 16-year-old son, because he was interested. He was more interested in going than what I was. My 16-year-old son came to me. He said, "Can I come? I would like to come to that rally." You know, and I'm very proud of him for that. So if you guys want more information on when that march is, like where it's going to be and everything like that, just DM me. I have been talking to the women over in Black Femicide, and I'm trying to get it all together so that I can make a personalized Black Women Aware ad for it and share it in all of my videos up until the date that it actually happens. You guys be safe. Be alert and be aware. This is Candace Yvette. I'm signing off. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Show support to Myesha and her family out there. Tyrone, Muhammad, and all of y'all, shout out to y'all. Y'all did an awesome job. This is coming from another trained medical staff. Y'all did an awesome job, and I'm sorry y'all was treated that way. And for once, this is really great to see Black men extending themselves, not just talking about it, but being about it. Big ups to y'all for that. I'm signing off. Y'all have a blessed one.